my sweet souls. Welcome to Rebel Fate. I'm Christy, but here I'm just Mama Chris. This is a space where truth breaks chains, where love reclaims power, where your soul finally gets to breathe. If you've been told to worship outside yourself or to fear the fire within, this podcast is your invitation to remember who you really are. So let's wake up together. Hey everybody, Mama Chris here. Hope you guys are doing amazing out there. This is episode 7, and this is going to be a fun episode, and it's a really heavy episode because we're going to be talking about Jesus. My heart is really about helping to merge Christianity into the 5D earth that we're going into. I know a lot of you don't understand what that means. There are some episodes before this that you can listen to where I explain it a little bit better, but this is just a repetitious thing that as we do together, hopefully it will all begin to make more sense. And as always, if it doesn't resonate with you, I totally understand. If you hate what I'm saying and if you believe that I'm full of it, I totally get it, and that's totally okay. But for those of you that are feeling the change, feeling the winds of change happening here upon the earth, feeling like things aren't quite making sense the way they used to, this might just be the place for you. So today what I'm going to be talking about is what Jesus really did for humanity, beyond religion into liberation. I'm going to be reading a little bit, so if I'm looking down, please forgive me. I like to make eye contact, but This is really good, and I don't want to get it scrambled up. I just want to hit it right home with you. So we're going to strip doctrine, and we're going to get raw with cosmic reality. The reason why this is important is because I personally believe that a lot of the stuff in the Bible were stories that were told in metaphors to get us to understand higher cosmic concepts. So as we go through this, I want to let you know that I am a huge Jesus fan. I do definitely bow down to Jesus because I believe that he saved us from the archons. And when I say us, I mean humanity, because I believe humans were created by archonic beings, and they did own the beings, and they were trapped. They were trapped in a cosmic reincarnation loop, and they were slave to these archonic beings. And then Jesus comes in, and it was pretty dark times. It was definitely times of survival, and he came in as the blueprint, imprint of what love, of what source God really is. Not Yahweh, but above it all, what we really come from, that little golden nugget that exists inside of your heart, your soul, and your gut. You can feel it. That's God. And that's who Jesus called Father. So before Jesus came, humanity was stuck in a spiritual loop, a system, a frequency prison, reincarnation after reincarnation, blood sacrifices, guilt, laws, rituals to please a God, Yahweh, who demanded suffering in exchange for favor. People didn't know how to find source within. They thought God was out there, angry, waiting to smite, so they followed rules, afraid of punishment. They were spiritually enslaved. Jesus wasn't here to start a religion. He came to end a contract, the Mosaic blood covenant that was made between these higher beings, highly advanced beings, but they were not source, and they are definitely not gods. He came to end that contract. He came as a frequency disruptor. He stood in direct opposition to the system, not just Rome, not just the temple. He challenged the whole frequency field of control, fear, and separation. Behind all of this that we're experiencing right now, my friends, we are all energy. This is all energy, and energy creates physical realities so that we can experience. Now, how did he jailbreak the system? How did he come in when humanity was reincarnating? And we're talking about enslaving God, in a sense, if you want to look at it like that, because we are all aspects of God. Everything comes from source. Everything comes from the all is that is. So in a sense, they were enslaving God, and us beings having to come back over and over and over again. So outside of this simulation, outside of this construct that we're experiencing, that was supposed to be for just experience, became hijacked and it became a trap. So council and source said, we've got to do something about this. Enter in, this is what I believe personally, Jesus. And he did it by embodying Christ consciousness. This is something that existed before he walked the earth, but regular humans could not experience it. Only those who were awakened outside of the construct, like other Krishnas and other very, very highly advanced beings who came before Jesus, they could access this. Jesus came from source undistorted, so he wasn't distorted like the rest of humanity. He did it by embodying Christ consciousness, unified love. He said, the kingdom of God is within you. That wasn't metaphor. That was the jailbreak code. He came to cut the cords between humanity and the vampiric system that fed off of fear and sin. Yeah. We're a big fat battery, and these archons, the dark elite, Baal, Yahweh, Satan, Lucifer, all of these beings that are said that they're fallen, we are actually the fallen ones, because we fall from God's source down into these densities to have experience. You have to fall from perfect light in order to experience. However, this system was hijacked, and humanity needed help. How did he do it? How did he beat these archons for humanity and win us back? Tear the veil, say it is finished, and reunite us back with source if we will go within and search and find him. By refusing to fight, by refusing to hate, he let the darkness exhaust itself on him and still said, forgive them. His blood wasn't magic, it was symbolic. The power wasn't in the gore. The power was in the frequency he held as he died. He closed the loop. He took on the collective illusion of sin, not because we were unworthy, but because we had forgotten our worth. That's right. You are not a dirty, rotten, filthy, stinking sinner. You hold the essence of the all is that all is within you. And they wanted you to believe that that was a lie, and you had to rely on them in order to be saved. And I'll say it again. But because we had forgotten our worth, not because we were unworthy, but because we had forgotten our worth, he absorbed the distortion, transmuted it, and left a breadcrumb trail back to source. And this is where it gets cool. Here's where I combine Christianity with I don't even like to call it New Age, but the chakra system. The chakra system is the balancing system within each of us. And the lower three chakras are where there is lack and separation and feeling unworthiness. That's where these archons want us to stay in. But once you realize what Jesus did, they couldn't rise from that low chakral state. Humanity was stuck. When he says that he's the door, he is the door, because he is the door in your chakra system from your sacral to your heart. That was cut off by the archons. Humanity could not ascend. Jesus came, was the light, showed us who we really are, showed us to go within, and then he broke that system, that Mosaic blood covenant with these archons, and became the door so that we could rise up through our lower sacral and into our heart, where that door would then be closed when we anchor there, and we are safe, and no longer can they siphon our energy. Once you're in the heart chakra, then you go up into the throat chakra, and then you go up into your third eye, and then into your crown. And then from your heart and above, you are free. That is what Jesus meant when he said, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Once you are safe in your heart chakra, you will not be siphoned your energy will not be siphoned by these beings anymore. It can't be done. You will start to feel freedom. You will start to feel a lot of peace. And you will also start to be able to understand darkness and why it was really actually quite brilliant for us as eternal beings to have a really, really in-depth experience to learn and to grow. Jesus showed us how the template in us, the chakra, works and how to ascend it. He said to love your enemy, let go of judgment, realize your divinity. That's the path out. So the first thing that we must do is we must stop giving our energy to these archons. God, help me out here reaching for God. Save me, save me. You know, you go to church and the church is like, Jesus is going to be here tonight. Jesus is going to move that mountain. I'm sorry, but I'll say it again. Jesus never said he was going to move the mountain for you. He taught you how to move the mountain. So if you're still living afraid of hell, afraid you're not good enough, then the system still has you, my friend. And Jesus came to pull you out of that. He didn't say, worship me. He said, follow me. As in, do what I did, do what I'm doing, become what I am, one and with the Father. You don't need a middleman. You don't need to go and say Hail Marys and go pray to a priest. You are in God already. Your heart and earth is the same thing. If you unscramble earth, it spells heart. You are gridded in God. You don't know this, and they never taught us this, but your heart is gridded in God. And what you are seeing through your eyeballs is earth projection. It's a projection. And we've all signed up for it. You can look at it as evil or you can look at it as good. But we did sign up for this because we wanted to expand, we wanted to learn, we wanted to grow. A lot of us got caught up in it. A lot of us got lost in it. A lot of us are wicked and we're very lost, and we have a lot of hate, a lot of anger inside of us because we got lost in this system. But our heart is gridded in God, and it is projecting earth, heart, earth, same thing. So by your thoughts and feelings and emotions, my friends, you are actually creating your earth experience, which is why when I entered into Christ consciousness and when I realized these things, my reality actually changed. And this has not been a good year for me. And I'm not saying that it's just been a good year for me. No, it's not that. I don't experience evil in my reality anymore because I am grounded, not only anchored in my heart chakra. The door that Jesus made is closed. The evil cannot get in and mess with me. And I've also risen also through my throat and into my crown. So my reality is very, very beautiful. And my love is hard to explain in its unconditionality because I understand what darkness is. I understand where that hate comes from. And I don't want it to go and burn in hell forever. I want to reach my hand out to it. And I want to say, honey, you're lost. Take my hand. Turn around. The light is there for you. You can come back into the light. I thoroughly believe that there is no eternal being lost. I hear stories of people that have had NDEs and they go to hell and they experience this torment. I too went in a dream to a place where I was consciousness in complete blackness. And I didn't know where I was or what was happening to me. And it was scary. It was very terrifying because I was calling out for Jesus and someone to come and save me. And no one was coming. And this blackness was like, no words can explain it. It was creeping in to my consciousness and every part of me. And I was losing myself in it. And I began to go insane until I woke up in bed and I was screaming hysterically. Like my husband was shaking me, and I was just screaming, please, God, don't ever let me go there. Don't ever let me go there again. So we can experience these types of places because we are very, very powerful beings, and we create these types of places with our own minds when we live in evil, when we live in darkness, when we don't love and in the light. We can get lost in these places and we can have these experiences. And I will tell you, I don't know why I had that dream. I still scratch my head and go, why? I mean, the only thing that I could possibly think of is that if I was there again, I would say, let there be light. I would say, come to me now, God. Come to me, Jesus. Come to me, or whoever you want to change in that scenario. You can call that light in. But I was a Christian. I was going to church with my husband and my children every Sunday. I was, I'd already studied to be a minister. I'd been to Bible college. And yeah, hit me in the comments and let me know what reasons that you might think that I experienced that. But it just shows that I believe that we have power with our thoughts and feelings and emotions, and we actually create our reality, not just in our human bodies now, but this is what we create when we die. That is why a lot of people, when they have near-death experiences and they come back, all of their experiences are kind of similar, but they vary. They're very different in what they saw. Some of them saw their mother, their father. Some believe that they're being tricked to reincarnate and come back by the archons because they can't automatically send us back anymore, but they can talk to us and trick us in the fourth dimension into reincarnating. So that's another podcast. But I would say if someone ever tries to talk you into reincarnating after you die, tell them, no, thank you. I want to go back to Father. I want to go back to Father. So let's talk some more about what did Jesus do for humanity. He showed us who you are. He ended the old contract. He initiated a new frequency. And he gave us a way out through love, not law. Now it's our turn, not to repeat the story, but for you to become the Christ within yourself. If anybody, my loves, is trying to get you to follow them through fear, manipulation, or control, I would tell you to absolutely run. It is not love in any way to put fear in you. If it's your friends, if it's your family, and they're trying to manipulate you, there's a whole band of narcissists out there that want to suck your energy dry. They want to, deflect on you, project on you. Look these things up. Really start looking into these things if you feel these things are happening to you. There's a whole plethora of information out there that if you feel that you're falling victim in any way to someone's mind tricks and mind control, I would definitely suggest that you start doing the research and looking into this. That's pretty much it for now. I just really just want you to know that my heart goes out to you. If you're struggling, please reach out to me. Hit me up on my website or comment to me on YouTube. Nobody really knows who I am right now, so it's not like I'm getting like 1,000 emails or anything a day. I'm very reachable, so I want to be there for you. I love you very, very much. And if you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, I promise that I will do my very, very best to respond to you personally. If this hit your spirit, share it with someone else that's stuck in fear. We're not here to play small anymore, guys. We're not here to let the simulation rule us. We are here to go within, and God is waiting for you inside of your heart. Until next time, keep your frequency high, your heart open, and your soul rebellious. Do not be afraid to ask questions. And do not be afraid. Just don't be afraid. I love you. I'm Mama Chris. Until next time, Rebel Faith. If this stirred something inside of you, it's because your soul remembers. You were never meant to live in fear. You were meant to create, to embody, to radiate. Thank you for walking with me today. This is Rebel Faith. I'm Mama Chris, and I'll be right here reminding you, you've always been the miracle.